Hello everyone, it's Maddie and
Madison for Spectrumartcreations. Welcome to our channel. It's in sunny Florida, and we love to have you all join our channel.
Goodness, thank you for that intro. Wowzer, yes, we love having you all here with us, and welcome. Okay, so what are we going to be working on? Well, we have exciting news. We have a new series that we're going to be starting, and we're going to be using what?
Legal size envelopes.
Yes, we are. We found half of a box of legal size envelopes that I had from a long time ago, and I was so happy to find them. So I figured we are going to go ahead and start a series. Yes, in which we're going to show you many different ways on how to go ahead and use some legal size envelopes. And I know they have them at the dollar store too.
Or the Office Depot.
Yeah, that's where we got ours. We bought a big old one of those, boxes from Office Depot or Staples. I think it was Staples actually, envelopes. But they do have them at the dollar store. So we are going to be starting with creating these today. And as I mentioned, in the next following videos, you'll be able to actually follow along and see other different ways of using them. So today we are going to be making these really cute pockets. Utilizing our legal size envelopes, and a little bit goes a long way.
Yep.
The best thing of it all is that what we are going to be using is going to be stuff that you have around the house, because we are now in this kick.
Or in your craft room.
In your craft room, right? Because we are now on this kick of using all of the stuff that we can actually get our hands on, and being kind of frugal and kind of working on the fact that we don't have to have a gazillion different things to be able to create some nice goodies. So let's go ahead and go over the what we're going to be needing first, Madison. What is it that we're going to be needing? Go ahead, tell us. No, I'm sorry.
Oh. Like
Here.
Envelope.
We're going to need, an envelope. Hello, I should have kept one out. So we're going to need a legal size envelopes. And these usually measure, what is it? 9.5 by 4. Yeah, so 9.5 by 4. And they're standard. So we're going to need one of those.
Then scissors.
Scissors. Got them?
Glue, PV, or white.
Yeah, just regular school glue, because we're just using paper on paper.
Book pages or newspaper.
Yep. So get yourself a book page. Any book page will do, or even newspapers will work. What else?
Distress inks or paint.
Right.
Like poster or watercolor.
Right. So, and we were so smart. We actually wrote down everything as we were working this time, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we have a set of instructions to follow. So we should be on point today. Fingers crossed. Okay, so you said distress inks. Yes, we do need distress inks. Now, like Madison said, if you do not have distress inks, what else could they use, honey?
Acrylic, poster, or watercolor.
Right, any kind of paint. So whether you have acrylic paints, poster paints, dollar store paints, watercolor paints, any of those can be watered down to go ahead and
No. Can you use nail polish?
No, because we can't use nail polish because we're going to be, remember, going in between, right? Okay, what else do we need?
Napkin.
A napkin. Any napkin will do, and a little bit will go a long way. We've actually made all of these double-sided, utilizing just one napkin. So one will pretty much do 6 pockets. What else?
Gel pen or thin marker.
Yes, you can use any kind of a thin marker, whether it's a Sharpie, whether it's a school marker, or even a gel pen. However, what we did was with ours, you're giving me a gel pen to show them, thank you. Okay, however, what we did with ours is we actually went ahead and used a sewing machine. So if you have a sewing machine, you can go ahead and do that.
Or needle and thread.
Or you can, hand stitch and do it by hand, needle and thread. Or if not, that's what you can use these for, is to create that faux stitching around the edges. Okay, what else?
Small scraps of decorative paper.
Right.
Hard for me to say.
Yeah, decorative. Yeah, it's a long word.
Yeah.
We went ahead and we had these left over from one of our kits that we had purchased from Rosie Posey, which was the desk organizer. Yeah, and so we had these scraps left.
Or Rosie's Crafty Shack.
Right. And so we use these to create these pockets right here. So isn't that cool? That looks like stitching, but it's actually faux stitching. It's a photocopy. And what else?
Images from magazines.
Yes. Okay, here is the interesting part in all this, guys. Let me go ahead and put these aside so I can show you. All right, let me show you something. We had gotten a magazine, a scrap, I think it's almost Scrapping Up, right? Magazine? Stamping Up. Not Scrapping Up. Stamping Up magazine. And in it, it had, right? And in it, it had all these images, the samples of what the stamps look like if you were to buy them. You see the back, it's actually a magazine. And so what I did was I went through and look at all the images that I actually got out of that magazine. Does it take some time? Sure. But you know, something you can sit down and do, and if you don't like to fussy cut, you don't have to. You can always just kind of do the rough tear, and that still looks kind of cool. But look at all of the images that I got from just one magazine. So if you can get your hands on any magazine, you can actually get images from them, right? So that's what we're going to be using again, because we're in this mode. Yeah. What else, honey?
Or print them.
Yeah, you can always print images. Sure.
Or stickers.
Or use stickers. Absolutely. Any source. But I wanted to show you guys how you can get creative and not have to spend a whole bunch of money. Just get your hands on a magazine, and they all have so many beautiful images. But these just happen to be stamp images. Yes, honey?
Can you also use stamps?
Yeah, you can use any kind of image.
Tiny stamps.
Anything, even dollar store stickers will work, okay? Yeah. So now that we know the items that you're definitely gonna need and you have them at hand, everyone's got scissors, glue, a book page, an old magazine,
stickers.
Yeah, all of that we all have, a pen. What are some of the, what are the two tools that they're gonna need as optionals? Tell me.
Tag punch board.
Right. A tab punch board from We Are Memory Keepers. You don't need to have this at all. I'm just showing you what we used because we had it. And again, we're trying to get into that mode of using what we have and working with what we also have, even if it's free items, and not buying anything. And what's the other one?
Circle thing.
And then a circle punch, right?
And what's it called?
This one's probably from Stamping Up. No, this is EK Success. But any circle punch will do. And again, that's also optional.
You can also use a cup, bottom of the cup.
You're so smart. You took the words right out of my mouth. I like how we think alike. You can just go ahead and use a cup or any kind of a lid and trace and cut if you want. If you don't want, just leave it straight. You know, it's perfectly fine. It doesn't have to have that notched.
Yeah. That's what other people do. They do different things.
That's right. And I would be thrilled to see what other folks would actually do and what tools they have in their at their disposal, and they can go ahead and use. So let's go ahead and now that we know what we're going to need, let me show you what it actually, first let me show them what they look like, and then we'll make one together. Sounds good? Yeah. In the meantime, you all can be gathering up those materials, right, that you have somewhere in your home.
Hopefully.
I'm sure they all do, honey. And if not, just about everything we mentioned can be gotten from the dollar store. So this can be a project that's under $10 for sure. Okay, so what we did was, as I mentioned, we went ahead and used our envelopes, and we're going to walk you through this, but you can see how we have the book pages and the napkins and our little image that we actually got. These were all, again, these right here, and glued down. Here's the back of the pouches, and they've been sewn in. And then, oh, I know what we forgot to mention. We forgot one thing. You need decorative paper, or in our case, we went ahead and used a cereal box. Yes, a plain. Did we say cereal box?
I said decorative paper.
Oh, we said decorative paper for this little rectangle. Yeah, but for this, you're gonna need. We used a cereal or a club cracker box. Tissue box works too. Yeah, but if you don't want to use that, you can always just, you know. If you have decorative, like nice, heavy cardstock scrapbooking paper, then you can go ahead and utilize that. But we went ahead and used our cereal box, and then we just painted it in the back, nice and chalky black. And they slide right in there. So that's the other item that you're going to be needing. And if you notice, we used our tab punch to go ahead and create that notch, so it makes it a little bit easier to pull. Yeah, what?
A baby bottle.
Looks like a baby bottle. I guess it could. Wow, that's a neat idea for a baby shower. You can use a tab punch to make board to make baby bottles. You're genius. Okay, moving on. This girl's brain is always working. Okay, so now that you've seen what we've actually created, here's the first one. Here's this one. I love this one. Look. A friend loves at all times. That's from Proverbs 17:17, which I did not know. This one says, live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, leave the rest to God. Oh, how awesome is that? And then this one says, God is love. And this one says, each one of us is God's special work of art. Yes, we are. And everything you create is art. Remember, we're always telling you guys, everyone can do art, right? Everyone can do this. And in here, we just used the scraps that were left from when we cut this box to go ahead and make those into little pockets as well. So we've got double pockets, one big one here and little ones here. And we're not done with these yet, obviously. We're gonna be notching them, probably making something and maybe even attaching a little ribbon or something. But there's the idea that we're after. When we are all done, of course, we will go ahead and you know, give you some still pictures of what we've done at the end. But let's go ahead and create one together. All right, let's bring up our dirty mat to protect the table. Yeah. Not that we're gonna be using anything really permanent. All right, Madison, so what's the first thing we're gonna need to do?
Envelope in half.
We're gonna take our envelope and we're gonna cut it in half. Now remember, we said that the long side was 9.5, right? So I'll be right back, I'm gonna go cut.
Cut along.
Huh?
Cut along.
Cut it along, yes.
Yeah. Yes, boss lady.
Mm-hmm. So here we go. Oh, wait.
What?
Whoopsie.
You cut the wrong one.
I did. I cut the wrong envelope. Silly mommy, huh?
What are you gonna do?
What are we gonna do with mommy, huh? All right, so here we go. We have actually cut our envelope in half. What's the next thing that we're gonna be doing, Madison?
Oh, that glue flap.
Okay, so this is where our glue comes in. You know what? Yeah, let me have that one. That's fine.
Easier.
Although these come with the little pull, the little sticky side, we are going to go ahead and make sure that this is nice and adhered.
So it doesn't come off?
Well, so it doesn't also, you know, flap around when we're actually working with it. And we want to make sure that that doesn't have any glue on the inside, which it does not.
Like it's like an open thing.
Mm-hmm. We've created a pocket now, see? Okay. And then let's do this side. Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, we can do one, you're right. Because it would take too long to do two.
Yeah.
But let's just do one. You're brilliant, as usual. Thank you. Okay, so if I can see this, I can put it back in there. Okay, done. All right, so I have cut my envelope in half. I have glued my flap. What is next?
Half circle.
Yes. So now we're gonna use our, oh, it went that way. That's okay, I have this one. I have another one here. And you can measure, you can eyeball it, whatever works, right? So in this case, we said that these envelopes are actually 4, so we're gonna look for our 2-inch mark. Thank you, ma'am. So good to have your assistance and guidance.
Why?
Because I love it. I love how we always get to work together. All right, and I'm just gonna eyeball that that's about half. And you decide how deep you wanna go. You know, you might want it bigger, you might want it.
Oh, small part.
Mm-hmm. And there we have our smiley face. Okay, we have cut our, or punch our half circle. What next, young lady?
Tear and glue book page.
Yeah? Okay. So we have our book page. We're just going to go ahead and randomly tear. One thing I do like to do is I like to sometimes wrap around because it just looks kind of cool. Plus it makes it go a little bit faster. But you see how neat that looks? So you start getting ideas for placements like that. And when they're too straight, I do like to go in and notch them a bit.
Yep.
Just so they look less uniformed. We'll do that. We want to get some in the middle there. Yeah, like that. And then we'll think about coming back with this one in the corner maybe. Or maybe something flat on the bottom.
That's for sure.
Okay. Ooh, this glue is super full. We just filled them up because we were running low. And now they are super-duper full.
Why are you letting them know that?
No, I'm just talking to myself, kind of, sort of. Or to you, or with them. Okay, so we're gonna glue that here. And then we're gonna go about halfway on this one here on this side.
Yep.
And then we're gonna do the same thing on the bottom. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
And if I see that I didn't go far enough, I can always come back because I didn't go. I'm sorry, I just realized my hand's all over the screen instead of putting the glue on this side. But I mean, you guys get the idea. It's not like there's no right or wrong way of doing this, right?
Yep.
It's just a piece of paper, and if you need more,
Yeah.
this is a great way of using those really nice books that you might have bought. And sometimes you really want the covers, but you're like, what do I do with the insides? Here you go. This is what you do with the insides. You use what you have.
We do not waste.
We do not waste. Okay.
Next one.
Hang on, let me see. Do I want to add another piece here?
Just in case, maybe.
A little one? No?
Maybe.
Nah.
No.
What do you think? Yes?
Sure, if you like it.
You liked it? Well,
I don't know. I can't come up with anything like
we
that.
are both so indecisive right now. It's not even funny. Let's do that. No. Let's do
That part.
that. Yeah, I like that side better. Flipped that way. Good thinking, Madison. Okay.
Distress white and
Wait, I haven't finished the book. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm not that fast, woman. And you want to check and see if there are any areas that you might want to. We are going to go back over it, so it's not like if something's not glued down, it's the end, because we still have to do the napkin and stuff. But make sure you do, because it's always a bummer to have to go back, right, Madison? And if anything sticks out while you're gluing it, again, not a big deal, because we can use our scissors to trim. So
or tape it. I mean, sorry. Or put the end or fold the.
yeah, I'm gonna fold it. Yes.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do that end and then do all of this. And then we're gonna go ahead and flop that over and press it down. And see what I mean about those edges hanging over? That's fine, we're gonna cut that anyway, so don't worry about it. Then let's fold this one over as well. The only time you wanna be a little careful is at the top, because you don't wanna end up gluing your top, right? Obviously, it's a pocket. So just make sure that if you're gluing near the top, you kind of always go back and stick your finger in there, run it through, or a ruler. All right, let's go ahead and do something along this bottom. That's too big. That looks good. Okay. Need coffee, woman, huh?
Yeah, coffee.
Tea time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably tea time. It's beginning to be afternoon. Oh, I just kind of stuck my fingers all over that glue. Not that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do we want? Do we want another little piece here? Maybe.
Maybe.
Again, this is just another interesting layer underneath the napkin. It's just so that it's not so stark white. But there'll be plenty of interest and goodies on here. So.
Next part.
And the back, you know what? The back is optional too. If you know you're going to be gluing these down to a journal, right? Or if you know that you're going to be adhering this to any kind of a surface, the back is completely optional to do. So let's trim the excess. And again, being careful not to cut any more than we need to. Okay.
That's for sure.
Okay, now that we've got that down, we are going to go ahead and...
Distress white.
Oh, let me make sure I'm in frame, because I keep forgetting. When I don't see the white mat, then I kind of lose track of where I'm at. Yes, we're going to distress. To do that, go ahead and dry, unless you are using your watercolors, right? If you're using watercolors from the dollar store or whatever you have at hand, then you can just go ahead and blend it right in there with the wet glue, right? Don't go too crazy. Not that it's a horrible thing. I actually like when paper gets a little crinkly because it's been wet or Mod Podge. Like, let's look at these original ones. The texture has changed. It's almost like, it almost feels like like fabric in some places because of the glue that we've added. So I do like that, but you don't want to go a little too crazy to the point where you actually rip, right, or compromise the integrity of the paper. So just, you know, a little bit at a time. Doesn't have to all be done at once. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and use our napkin, right? And as I mentioned to you, one napkin has done 4 pockets. Oh my God, yes, I'm sorry. I'm so glad I have Madison telling me. What's next?
The stress white areas.
Yes. See, I get to talking. I'm so glad you know the process. Now we're gonna go over this white area right here. And this is where you wanna kind of run your inks, if that's what you're using, or your watercolors, or your oxides.
Or your acrylic paints.
Or your acrylic paints. Just water them down and run them through. And we're gonna do the same thing in the back.
I like doing art with you.
I love doing art with you.
Thanks.
We had a great time today. You made some beautiful pockets too for your friends, didn't you, for your pen pal?
Yes.
Yes. How did you make those?
With watercolor, dollar store watercolors.
With the dollar store watercolor. And what else did you use on there? You want to bring it? That would be really cool. You can share it with them. Okay. And I'm just covering that white.
I also did the paper that we got.
Yes. Hang on one second. Can I show them this trick?
Sure.
The tape trick. I think everybody knows this, but just in case, we're not going to assume that everybody does.
No.
I did distress. I did distress it. Look at it. Then we're going to pull the plies off the napkin. I've done one. You have to always check to make sure if there's a second one. Sometimes they can be really tricky and you can't see them.
But don't with the napkin.
Right. You want to be gentle. And all I used was a piece of Scotch tape. You guys saw that, the clear tape. And while I'm tearing this napkin and gluing it down, you can go ahead and share with us what you do.
I did the dollar store.
You have to bring it this way, baby. They can't see it. There you go.
I did the dollar store paper. The double-sided paper, and then I put washi tape.
Right here, baby.
Oh, sorry. It's hard.
I know.
And then I put the whatever the I don't know what paper that is.
Which paper, baby?
This paper thing.
Oh yeah, it's just an image.
Yeah, an image. You got it. Then I did we did the paper.
You did the tags.
The tag.
Maybe I should scooch over. Hang on.
Why?
So you can have enough room to show it, because we're kind of both in the same square. I'm going to go over here to the side and glue that napkin. Go ahead.
This is the dollar store paper, and then I did the doilies.
Oh, but wait. What did you do? Well, okay, yeah, you're right. You're on the right track.
The doilies, and then I didn't want to leave it plainly white, so I painted it with watercolor paints.
That's right. And then what did you do with that? Because that is the coolest part of it all. This is not the original paper, right? This is what?
My own paper.
This is your own paper. She photocopied it. Look, double-sided.
That's funny. I mean, I did like Rosie did.
You did. She actually made her own paper, like we all do during our mixed media, and then she went ahead and actually photocopied it, and it turned out so neat. And so you made these tags,
Looks like.
And did you tell them about this one? I missed it.
I did the, my part. I did this paper with the watercolor cheapos, you know. Excuse me, from the dollar store. But it actually kind of turned out like it looks like it's coming out of the camera.
It does. It looks 3D, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it shows up on camera, but it does look like it's actually like a 3D paper. It's really neat. And you did that with just a piece of white paper.
Well, the small papers I used for homeschooling.
Yeah, the line papers, right?
And then so it actually helped me when I did the painting.
Can you show us? Did you make more? I think you did, didn't you? Show them how you did that. That is so cool. We're waiting for this to dry. Look, she actually took the cheap watercolor papers and watercolor paints and ran them through and made these really cute papers out of just another dollar store pad, and she used that to mount the images on, and she distressed them. And then of course you used what at the top?
I don't know, washi tape. washi,
right,
some
to
sort of
reinforce it, to make
washi.
that, because the paper was kind of thin. And,
washi.
oh, and
And
what
then-
did you put on here?
I did like I guess sorry. This I don't know what lace it is, but it's kind of like a cool lace.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
like
fibers?
yeah, it's some kind of fibers, like really colorful fibers. Maybe you want to bring it up to the camera so they can see those fibers. It's almost like a yarn.
Like a
But
cat
it's,
yarn or something.
yeah, but it's multicolored.
Yeah.
It's really neat.
Then, oh sorry.
Then what?
And then there's orange
Ribbon?
long thing,
Ribbon?
ribbon.
Mhm.
Yeah, whatever. My pardon. Then I did. Then it says just follow her heart.
It says she follows her heart. What'd you do on the edges?
We did like, sorry, I did. I'm sorry. I did the green, cheapo not dollar store.
The Michaels or whatever it was, Hobby Lobby. Little ink pads. I don't remember, honey.
The
But the regular inks,
The
yeah.
regular inks, yeah.
Uh-huh. So guess what? After we were done with our entire envelope, we figured out that what?
That's
Yep. The camera just decided to cut halfway through filming. Don't know why. Don't know what happened. So we've gone back and we've actually tried to pick up where we left off again. Luckily, we still have one more to make, guys. So guess what? We already had the materials there, right?
Yep.
So Madison was trying to, and I think you did get to explain all of your beautiful
work.
yeah, your beautiful envelope that you had
Yeah.
made this morning. So we had left off here where we had actually done that. Of course, I actually messed up because I just realized that I forgot to ink in between, but you can always go back. This is not a big deal. See, before or after. I'm just looking for the white parts at this
Yep.
point in time. And, all right, so after we are done inking this, and here's the other one, by the way. See, we finished it. This is the one that we were doing on camera with you guys and then got cut off. So,
Video, you meant.
yeah. So now I'm going to pick up on this one where we left off, which was what? At the napkin and the distressing.
Yeah.
And then what?
Hand sewing machine or gel pen.
Right. So now we're going to get to our stitching, whether you want to do faux stitching with your marker
Hand
and
stitching.
you want to do hand stitching by grabbing your needle and thread, or in our case, I am going to go ahead and head to the sewing machine and I guess pick up from there. It's so weird now to remember where we had left off and what we had said, and technology, guys, you gotta love it. It's so nice to be able to share these processes with folks and to craft along
And
with you
friends.
guys. Yeah. And of course to also see yours, right? Because we get inspiration from other people as well, of course. It's so nice to do all that, but at the same time, when technology does what it just did right now, my Lanta, you just want to scream sometimes. So, but we're not going to scream. We are going to look at the good side of things and think positive thoughts and think that we are blessed to have technology and internet and electricity and crafting materials and friends. Crafting friends, exactly. And instead we're going to focus on all that positive stuff, because you know what? We are very blessed to have all that. Not everyone does, and they wish they did. So it's all in the matter of attitude. Okay, so we are done with our pocket. That's it. Oh, no, wait. Yes, we're going to go ahead. You know what? Let's switch it up a bit. While we're here, let's go ahead and add our scrap piece of paper. Remember, these are the rectangles that we had saved, and you can use any scrap piece of paper that you have. We're going to glue that on all three sides. And now I'm looking for placement, whether I want to go there. No, I like that side because it's got more branches. So we're going to do 3 sides so we can create a little pocket out of this. Going to glue right down there. Actually, let's move it more towards the center. I want to keep a nice edge so that I can stitch around. Okay. Uh-oh. What did I just do? I just slid it across. press down. Yes, I'm using my nail. You can use your bone folder, the back of your scissors, any other cool tool that you like to use. Making sure I still have a pocket. Yep. Okay, and then let's look for the image, right? Because again, I love how this one, I was going to continue on looking for phrases like these, but this one just picked up on that pink so nicely, so we went with that. So we might want to see if we have any other pink ones on here. Let's see. What does that say? Something tasty, something sweet, a pop of something good to eat. Nah. It was cute, but nope. Oh, that picks up on the brown nicely. Could be. Oh, that's pretty too. But that would limit us to having to save that for somebody's birthday. Not that that's a bad thing. That's a birthday. Oh, something just for you. It's a bit small though. Maybe. That's a maybe. Celebration. Happy birthday. We've got a lot of birthday ones. Oh. Oh yeah. That's winning so far. Oh, that's a birthday one again. Oh, that's big. That's kind of pretty, but I still like this one better. Oh, that one's adorable. Oops. But again, we have to limit that to birthday. Oh man, but that's too perfect. All right, yeah, I'm going with that. Even if I have to wait for somebody's birthday to send it. Or Madison does. Oh, wait. No, that one's better. I love those lines. They kind of, it's almost like they mimic those branches. Oh, wait. I'm not trying to overthink it. I'm so grateful there's, okay, that one is cool too, but I still like that better. So you know what? That's what we're gonna do. Let's not overthink it. This is where we get in trouble, when we start questioning things and overthinking them. So let's just do it. We're gonna go ahead and distress that. And again, that's just our magazine, right? And you can find lots of words in magazines and newspapers. So got that, just a light distress. We're gonna glue that down. And guys, of course it's always easier to just get a collection of something and work with that, because everything coordinates, the papers and all that. It's almost like a no-brainer. So if you have it, by all means, again, use it, you know. If you have a beautiful collection of paper, and we might do some more with our collections, go ahead and do that. But I wanted to show you and share with you guys that, you know, sometimes we can think outside the box and just come up with something really cool. I'll take that to the sewing machine. Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what we did with these too, because then I can just come back with the final project, right? This is that, again, that cereal box, whatever tissue box you have. This is crackers, obviously. And what we did was we went ahead and used our tab punch board from We Are Memory Keepers. And there are a lot of videos out there on these if you would like to see one, and we'll be happy to do that. But for the sake of keeping the video a little bit short, I'm not going to go into all the details, but they make really cool tabs, and you can make them in, you know, large and then medium and then small ones. We are going to go ahead and make a small one. And since we know our paper was cut to 4 inches already, we're going to go to the 4 inch. There's 4, 5, 6, 7 inches, so on and so forth. But we're just going to go to our 4 inch small line. We're going to line it up. I'm just going to do this real quick. And yes, you got to press down, especially on cardboard. Flip it over, put it back on the small tab 4 inch marker, punch. And technically, you're supposed to use this little cutter thing and run it across. That is great for when you have like long pieces of paper and you want to stay straight. In this case, since it's just this little piece right there, I mean, there's no need to. I mean, that's just a lot of work. You just kind of snip and snip, and there you go. Okay, but isn't that the coolest tool? You get these really cool tabs. Okay, so if you wanted to use decorative paper on the back side, you want to do that before you actually do any kind of a cutting, right? Because you don't want to have to try and you know, cut around all this, and okay, that would be a disaster. So glue a decorative paper if that's what you want to do. If you're using already some nice scrapbooking double-sided paper, awesome. In our case, we went ahead and again, we're trying to recycle. So we went with our cereal box. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use, this is just acrylic paint, Americana, just, you know, regular acrylic paint. And we're gonna go ahead and paint this, and hopefully I can do a good job like Madison did, which I am not. No, it's going. It's going. She does very nice, smooth strokes. So I'm going to try and be patient and do that as well. Here we go. Here we go. We got it. And I'm going to look back and see if I missed anything. Nope. Looks pretty good, guys. Okay, and then we're going to give that a quick dry. And it does dry fairly quickly because of the fact that we went ahead and sanded it down a bit. And if you had gessoed it, the same thing would happen. It just kind of soaks in pretty fast. And I was just going to leave it like this, but Madison actually went ahead and, oh, I got a little bit of paint in there. Not a big deal. Sorry, I'm trying to rush and my fingers are all full of, you know, this is why you wipe your hands in between. But Madison went ahead and distressed it, and it turned out to look really cool. So before I even had a chance to think about it, she had made the front and the back kind of match. So we're gonna do the same thing on this one. Cool. All right, and there we go. And you can decide, do you want to put this side in? That's a little bit more elegant, right? Or, oops, I didn't go all the way. Or do you want to go ahead and put this side in like I did, because I thought it was more earthy, I should say. And again, I haven't stitched the end, so the pocket is a little bit big. Once I go ahead and I take off that 1/4 of an inch on all ends, this will fit in nicely. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take this to the sewing machine and go ahead and run it through on all 3 sides. Again, you can go ahead and use your needle and thread, or you can go ahead and use just a pen or gel or marker, whatever you have at hand. And then when we'll come back, we'll run through them all together and give you any pointers in case we discover anything that we remember along the way. We'll be right back. Okie dokes, and we are done. Let's go ahead and cut those little straggly bits. See? There we go. And we can slide our, yes, I still have ink on my hands and paint and all that. And slide that in. And again, you can decide whether you like that black end, like that look, or you like this, and whether you like the, you know, different images, different ideas. But there you go. So when you go to the dollar store and you get, or wherever you go, Walmart, big box store, anywhere, Amazon online, and you get your envelopes, this is 6 pockets just like that you can go ahead and create with just 3 of those envelopes. Save some, because guess what? We are not done. Let me show you guys. Look at all of these that we already have ready to make. I'm not going to show you anymore because they're all going to be a surprise. And we're going to continue on with our series on the legal size envelopes. So we hope you have enjoyed these right here. We hope you will try them. And then by all means, if you try them and you find some other ways of doing it or adding ideas to it, please do share them in the comments down below, because it's not only for us. We'd love to, of course, try whatever you guys come up with, but others too, right? There are others coming to see the video, and why not share? That's what we do in the community, right? We love to share with one another and share ideas and teach one another how to do things. So hopefully this has been inspiration. We hope to see you all very, very soon. Have a blessed day as usual.
And I hope you like it.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up. Bye, guys.